Only special little girls get eyes with two colors, Evie mumbled. She wanted to believe it was true. She really did. But if having two different eyes made her so special, why did no one want her? Hamilton nodded. That's right. And you know what? Evie glanced at her brother, envying his normal, matching brown eyes. What? I wish my eyes were the same. As mine? Evie leaned back, her forehead wrinkling. Why? Then no one would want you either. Hamilton smiled and bopped a finger on the tip of her nose. Every time you look in a mirror, you see both Mama and Papa looking back at you. Mama from your blue eye and Papa from your brown one. And you know how much they both loved you. It's kind of like getting one of those hugs where they sandwiched us between them. Remember those? Evie nodded slowly. Oh, yes, she remembered. So warm, so safe. Her in her nightdress in Mama's arms, her legs wrapped around Mama's middle, Mama smelling sweet, her long braid tickling Evie's bare toes. Papa growling like a hungry bear, saying he needed an Evie sandwich before he grabbed Mama and squished Evie between them. Their three heads jostled together, and their eyes, Mama's bright blue ones to Evie's left and Papa's twinkling brown ones on her right. Just like hers. A smile broke out across Evie's face. Oh, Hampton, you're right. I have the bestest eyes ever. He folded her into a hug, not quite as bearish as Papa's, but still warm and safe and full of love. Don't ever forget it, he said as he squeezed her tight. As Evie rested in her brother's arms, voices drifted to her from the front of the rail car. Bonham's the last stop, Lizard Lady grumbled as Miss Woodson slid into the seat next to her, though I don't know why we should bother with it. No one's going to take these misfits. Zacharias scares the women and angers the men with his hostile, defiant manner. Seth is so sickly most families assume he'll not make it through the winter. And Evangeline. She behaves well enough, but those unnatural eyes of hers unsettle decent folk. Heavens, they unsettle me. Lower your voice, Delphinia, Miss Woodson urged. The children can hear you. She twisted in her seat to smile an apology at Evie. The smile didn't take away the sting of Lizard Lady's mean comment, but it gave Evie just enough gumption to ignore it while considering for the first time what the other leftover children must be feeling. Evie straightened away from her brother and turned around in her seat to look at the two boys behind her. 3 rows back sat a boy close to Hamilton's age. He looked nothing like her brother, though. He was so pale and skinny. The new coat the Children's Aid Society had given him hung on him like it would a scarecrow. He stared out the window, his shoulders slumped, chest caved, and every time a puff of soot found its way into the rail car, he coughed. The other boy sat in the very back of the car on the opposite side. His back was pressed sideways into the corner, one long leg drawn up onto the bench, his hat pulled low on his face. Not so low she couldn't see his eyes, though. They were dark, just like the rest of him. Dark clothes, dark hair, darkly tanned skin. He even had dark whiskers growing on his cheeks. But those dark blue eyes made her shiver, especially when he stared straight at her, like he was doing now. She didn't think Zach had any friends. He was always by himself, even when the train had been filled with children. She had Hamilton. Zach didn't have anyone. That was sad. Everyone needed a friend. Evie smiled and wiggled her fingers in a timid wave. Zach glared at her and showed his teeth like a growling dog. Evie snatched her fingers back and spun around in her seat. Maybe some people didn't need friends after all. I've had great success.